This week's question is, why is the internet slow over my work VPN? My name is Steve, this is TQA Weekly. I'm going to make this as simple as possible. We're going to be concentrating on just a few sets of data points so that you understand why this is possible. Starting with your own ISP. You're connecting to your ISP and you have a very specific plan. This plan allows you to have a certain amount of upload and download, and on top of that, have a very specific speed. The speed that you are allotted, the bandwidth, is the maximum potential, and it is only guaranteed within your ISP's service network, something that they can't do anything about since they do not control anything outside of their network. Also keep in mind that your ISP has its own ISP, and their potential is far greater than yours, but they do service a lot more users than your ISP has. So obviously the ISP of the ISP is going to be servicing multiple other ISPs at the same time. Meanwhile, your workplace also has an ISP, and that ISP grants them a certain amount of bandwidth, be it hopefully greater than yours, a certain amount of upload and download per month, and of course that is what they get. So obviously every single player has an ISP somewhere, and at one point a packet leaving from your computer will be bouncing off of the first ISP to another ISP, possibly to a third ISP before it gets to your job, or maybe even further. The more bounces it has to do, the more latency is introduced into the connection, and this is ignoring something known as network congestion. The more users are using the networks at the same time, the more latency is introduced because it will take longer to send the same amount of information because each particular user will be experiencing the internet at a slower speed, something that is not necessarily your ISP's fault. In fact, there are multiple reasons why you will have a slower congestion, a slower connection, including the number of users, the routing capabilities of each particular server, and even the network configurations of everything else. If your workplace has really bad network configurations, this might actually be the reason why you experience a slow connection to your workplace, even over a fast connection. Because the connection you have at home does not dictate the speed at which your workplace will be able to transmit all the information. And this matter is made worse if everything that you're doing is video. Video itself, especially if it cannot be compressed at a very small size, takes a massive amount of information. And this means that if your workplace is transmitting video to hundreds or even thousands of people, it will experience network connectivity issues that degrade the experience for each other person, something that you might be noticing now because of COVID. And this is possibly why your internet service connection is so slow over VPN connecting to your work, but fine when connecting to Netflix. Mainly because Netflix doesn't have the same plans and network connectivity as your business does. And I hope this alleviates some of the confusion. So stop blaming your ISP when it's not their fault. It's quite possibly your workplace network configuration at fault, and even the way that they are allowing you to work from home. Like if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can see the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and of course, use the contact form to email me directly. And if you want to watch me play video games every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, go to twitch.tv/zaxis1981, where you can ask me questions about technology, watch me play video games, and of course, just have fun. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.